Okay, here is another 2 weeks of growth. This is actually more than the last record growth that I posted. And so I have the light pulled away on this side here. This is the drain side. And as you move towards the opposite end, you can see the algae is all the way up to the top. It's actually about to spill out the top, so I'm going to clean it now and make a little video about that. But you'll notice, maybe wondering why the algae is not consistent all the way across. And I figured out the reason why is because on this side here, which is where the drain is, you have more flow. And the flow will break loose pieces of the algae that are growing here. But over here, you don't have flow because it's not built up. So the algae can grow up. Notice it's very light. You get three-dimensional scrubbing here. It's very loose. Here you can maybe focus on some loose pieces. So the light and the flow goes all the way through. But as you get more towards the drain, you get more flow going, a little river, like here. And so any loose pieces are going to break off and go down the drain, even though it's very thick. The screen is very rough here. So you get big globs in here still, but you get globs of the thick stuff, but you can't get the thin stuff for the 3D scrubbing because it would break loose. So the 3D needs very light buildup of flow through it. So I'm going to set this down and I'm going to unplug the pump and take it out. And I'm unplugging it now. Okay, so now it's mostly drained out, a little bit left over. The other side's the same. And looking from the top, it's a little harder to see because it's so bright. This side's a little easier because the light's pulled away. Again, this is 2 weeks of growth. This is actually the most it's ever grown in 2 weeks. Remember, I have another one of these 100 size scrubbers under the tank, so there's actually 2 of them running. The other one is just starting to get some growth because I cleaned it a little while ago. The idea is you want to always keep some stuff growing somewhere. So I'm going to disconnect the hose and pull this out in just 1 second. Actually, I can probably do that with it still connected. I'm going to be cleaning the whole screen. If I only had one scrubber, I would only be cleaning half the screen. So let's see if I can lift this out with one hand and see what it's going to do here. Alright, so it looks like most of that is going to stay. Last time the chunks pulled out properly, but it's just too heavy this time. Let's see here, a lot of light. Let me try turning the other light off. Okay, so now, so this is what's still inside. That's the exact kind of algae you want. It lets the water flow through it, it lets the light go through it. And up to the screen. See if I can get inside the box here. Okay, so now we will take this to the sink. I wanted to let it drain a little bit. Get the water off of it. That kind of helps get the water off of it. Normally I would use my other hand to stop the dripping, but I can't right now. So this is about half the algae. Of course, the other half's still in the box. I'd say probably more is in the box this time. But that's the exact kind of growth you want. Green hair algae is the most filtering for what we are trying to do, because it doesn't block as much light as the turf, and it also lets the water flow through it, so you can get 3D scrubbing if you have some kind of box to hold the flow. If you just have a screen that's just laying in your sump, you can't, there's no way to raise the water level around the screen, so you won't get 3D. But you still want the light green stuff. So I'm going to clean that and put it in a cup.